here in Bangkok, which is very rare to see these days because it's always sunny here. So this is a breath of fresh air for me to get this kind of moisture in. So as you can see, this is pretty appropriate for the topic of this video actually. And this is a personal story that I want to share with you guys. Especially those that are going through some tough times in school. Shit. Before I die, I must share this story with you. Where you feel like you don't fit in, you feel like you're an outcast, you're just mistreated, and you just feel like you want to die. And I have been there, and I'm still alive. So I want to share with you my personal story, which is called My Ugly Duckling Story. When I was very young, really young, elementary school age, I got teased and bullied a lot. And most of it was due to the way I looked. Alright, so at the time I was really short. I had Coke bottle glasses because my eyes were bad. I had pretty bad bucktooth teeth like a beaver. And a bad haircut. And I was the only Korean kid in a Catholic school, a classroom filled with mostly European and Filipino kids. Those were my classmates growing up. So I had one friend that was like German, another friend that was Filipino, and so on and so on. So I was pretty much the odd man out in my classroom. I was an oddball. Alright, I felt like I didn't fit in, and they didn't like me, and they didn't want me there. And every day I felt that growing up. And this was during elementary school, all the way up until high school. My classmates were so mean to me that I was always the last person picked on a team, whether it was like a gym sports, like sport activity or classroom activity. I was always picked last. I wasn't good at sports either, so there you go. I was very different from everyone else in my classroom, in my opinion. I didn't see anyone that was like me at the time, thought like me at the time. My ideas were out there, even to this day, and they thought I was a weird kid. But yeah, I was always the odd man out. I was always the person that was picked last. Whenever we would play sports during lunch, recess, I was always picked last. Gym activities, last. Classroom activities, last. Every time the teacher would say, okay, it's time to team up or pair up, I would get anxiety. I would get like a panic attack, like a mini panic attack in my chest because I knew that no one would team up with me. And I dreaded working with teams because usually when I worked with teams, they were a bunch of lazy motherfuckers and I would do most of the work. And they would force me to do it, all the work. So I really hated working with teams and I became more and more introverted, kept to myself. I preferred solo projects or activities where I would just do things by myself. And that's why I connected so well with weight training, because it was just me in the gym. I hated basketball because, again, the last man to be picked. I hated hockey because, again, I wasn't that good. I was the last person picked. Scrawny, small, weird-headed, weird-looking. Yeah. Shit, I'm gonna die here before this video ends. Alright, here's some better lighting here. So, I felt so insecure, very hurt. I would go home every day, just angry. I would tell these stories to my mom and she would say the same thing every time. She'd say, son, just ignore them. Just ignore them. And it was hard because I thought they were my friends. I thought they were my classmates that I, spent many years with, but they weren't my friends, actually, to be honest. They were a bunch of dickheads. I remember one rainy lunchtime, about grade 5. It was like this kind of rain, like pouring rain, where we were stuck in the classroom during lunchtime, so we couldn't go outside. I remember this one particular time that the girls, all the girls in our class, so there were about 15 girls, about 15 boys, all 15 girls, they wanted to play a game. They played they were playing a rating game for the guys, hotness game, hotness factor. So what they did during lunchtime, I vividly remember this, because I was sitting there watching them do this in front of my eyes from start to finish. I remember that the girls were up in the front using the classroom board. They wrote down all the guys' names in our classroom, and they were putting a rating system on each guy based on looks, I don't know, sports ability, whatever, right? They were rating the guys like with their own system, like out of 10. So I was watching them do this, and they were arguing and bickering with each other about the scores for each guy and blah 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 blah. Like, this guy should get this score, this guy should get that score. I remember. And I remember that my name wasn't on the board. Yeah, my name was not on the board, and I was sitting right in front of them watching them score each of us guys. I wasn't even on the board. To me, that day I felt like I was doubting. I felt like I was not even alive. I felt like I didn't even exist to them. And that really hurt me that day. Sitting in that classroom for more than an hour like this, with the rain pouring down outside the window, and seeing these girls pick apart each of us guys, and I wasn't even on that board. Just thinking about that. I'm just thinking about it, you know? It's so many years ago, but I still remember that. Kids can be very mean. Very mean. Very cruel. It's, you know, it could be their fault. It could be how their parents raised them. I would never tell my child to judge people like that. I would never teach them to do that. I would teach my kids to treat everybody with a generous amount of respect that each and every one of us deserves. No matter where we come from, no matter what we look like, we all deserve love and attention and care and respect. That's what we're all here for. I mean, life is short. Like I said in another video, life is very short. And we might die in a thunderstorm, so it really hurt. I just wanted to crawl up and die. I didn't want to go to school. I kept to myself. I became very quiet. And they thought I was shy, and it was part of that, but the bigger reason why I was quiet and kept to myself was because I hated the fucking shit out of them. I wanted to kill them. I hated their guts. I wanted out. But hey, it's Catholic school. That's what my mom believed. Catholic school's better than public school. Who knows? Maybe if I went to a public school full of other Korean kids, things would have been different. But those were the cards that I was dealt with, given at the time. And it made me a stronger person in the end. So, if you feel like you're ugly inside, people tell you you're ugly every day. People tell you you're fat, you're a geek, you're a loser, you won't be anything, you won't succeed. Fuck them. Fuck them, okay? Those are the people later in life who will be serving you and looking up to you, because you will be far greater than them. It's a pyramid of karma. Right? What you do to others, you get back multiple folds. So, where are those classmates now? Well, I don't give a fuck, And if they are watching, if you guys are watching this video, fuck you. All of you. I've seen a few of them around, sometime on the street. They look way older than me, that's for sure. Some of them, you know, their frowns have turned permanent. So that's for sure. That's karma. So I'm here to say that it gets better. After you leave school, you don't have to deal with them anymore. Push them aside. Don't think of them anymore. Okay? Save that in the back of your mind when you become successful. Alright? Because every successful person, every person goes through this pain, whether they like it or not. Even good-looking people. Pretty people, popular people, they go through some sort of suffering. Me, I went through a really bad time when I was a kid, and I don't want to relive that. No. If I have kids, it'll be a whole new ball game. I'm going to give them so much love and attention and wisdom on how to treat others. And that's what I see that's missing these days. These younger people, a lot of them are hollow. A lot of them are missing the teachings involved. So I hope that I can shed some more light on what kind of teachings I'm talking about in future videos here. This is a great rainstorm, by the way, because I'm breathing in fresh air, oxidized air. It's really hot and humid in Bangkok, so I'm loving this rain. It's pouring even more, see? Oh shit. So what happened after? So after I got out of elementary school, high school was totally different. I grew taller than them. I got LASIK eye surgery, so I didn't have to wear glasses anymore. I got braces for my teeth, so I could straighten them out. I started styling my hair more with going to Korean hair salons instead of Chinese hair salons, those cheap ones that your mommy and daddy send you to. So go to a Korean hair salon if you're Asian, by the way. And I started picking up the guitar. I still was introverted, you know, but I left the video games behind. That was not productive. You know, I would run home after every class, after school finished, and I would start playing video games. And I would just play video games all weekend long. That was the mode I was in. I hated everyone, and I just wanted to be alone. And video games was my only outlet of salvation at the time, just to help me escape these problems. But again, video games were a distraction when I look back on it. It was fun, but it was a distraction. I should have found a way out of this problem sooner. I wish I had a mentor. I wish I had a bigger brother that would stick up for me and beat the shit out of these guys. But again, life gets better. You get better. They get worse. You move on to greater things. They get left behind. They stagnate, become fat, old, wrinkly, and fucking stuck in that mind state. So not everyone is like this in real life, and I've discovered that once I got out of school and traveled, met people, you know, rich, poor, old, young, ugly, good looking, popular, not popular. Everyone I talk to, I give respect, and I learn something from them by just being honest with them, and they are honest with me. They open up to me, I open up to them, they open up to me, like I'm doing to you right now. And I really want to share more of these stories with you guys, because I went through a lot of shit, a ton of shit through my life. I have so many stories to share with you guys. This is just one. And I hope that I can share some more in the next video, okay? If you have a struggle that you're going through, or if you have a story that you want to share or comment, please leave them down below. You know, I'd love to hear from you, and as you notice, I respond to comments in my YouTube videos, alright? So I'm paying attention to you guys. I'm listening to what you guys have to say. And, yeah. Right now I'm at a better place than I was a long time ago. If I could talk to myself, to the kid that I was, around 10 years old. You know, just full of anger and just hate and just like, yeah, no answer, no hope. I wish I could talk to him and say, it's gonna get better. You're gonna turn out great. Fuck these guys. Fuck them. They don't care about you, so you shouldn't care about them. They're not your real friends. They are not your real friends. Fuck them. That's my advice. That's my story. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. My name's Justin and I love you. Hopefully I don't die from this. Rainstorm from hell.